Black women deserve more credit for not burning this mother down. Okay, y'all have been too nice and demure, and the fact that y'all have not flipped this over.
You know, I'm getting really sick and tired of this false, fake, phony fairy tale reality that many Black women over there try to put out into the social media atmosphere, that somehow, some way, all Black women, we just need to stick together because it's a sisterhood, girlfriend.
Didn't I tell you to come straight home from school? Yes, Mama.
When in reality, it's not a sisterhood because y'all pick and choose who y'all want to support, who y'all want to lift up, and y'all also pick and choose very carefully who y'all want to tear down.
But you disobeyed me, didn't you?
Yes, Mama.
You see, in y'all sisterhood, everybody got to think the same way. It's monolithic.
Would y'all rather be single or taken?
Taken. Single.
Why is that?
It's cultish. And if anybody step to the right just a little bit or even move to the middle, y'all got a problem with it. All of a sudden, it's no longer a sisterhood. All of a sudden, that Black woman is the problem.
I like security.
Okay then. Well, shit.
I'm secure within myself. I want to have fun.
You make me very unhappy, Penny.
There is no sister in the sisterhood, but there's plenty of hood in the sisterhood, I tell you that.
It's unfortunate watching many of the pleas for sisterhood that we see online these days because these women are clearly reaching out for help. They want a place to be comfortable in, but the sisterhood doesn't really allow women to say, hey, listen, I want to have a man, I'll submit to my man, and he'll take care of me. Instead, it's the opposite. And quite frankly, it's environment where people get to lie to these women, make them feel good, and those people reap the benefits of the success that come from support from words only.
Black women deserve more credit for not burning this mother down. Okay, y'all have been too nice and demure, and the fact that y'all have not flipped this over,
Black women, we keep being told to keep pushing in a job market that suddenly feels like it actually shut the door. In fact, it slammed the door. I'm Andrea Moorhead Allen. I'm a former TV news anchor who literally dropped the mic and I walked away from a 35-year career because of workplace abuse. The toxicity almost unalived me. You know, since DEI initiatives were rolled back, since you know who got into office, let's just keep it real, hundreds of thousands of Black women, over 600,000 of us, have lost jobs. Many of us can't get hired. I'm one of them. I'll be honest. I'm one of them. I can't tell you, or maybe I will one of these days, the things that I have done just to make a livelihood. I have the education. I certainly have the experience. And I also have 7 Emmy Awards that once opened doors. And still, even with all that, some doors are not opening for me.
It's a sad reality, but what we understand about this world is that it's cold, it's dog eat dog, and you have to find allies. And the best allies you can find start from family. But what happens when you don't know how to build family with people on the other side, or should I say men? You're essentially trying to fight other communities of people that are building through family, then their local community, and then their larger community, and then they can reach across the aisle to other communities and hold hands together. But if you have one entity that prides on identifying simply on being one sex and one race, then you don't have any power to deal with a world that's gotten colder, rougher, more dog eat dog, and quite frankly, is not looking out for anyone but themselves.
They still haven't, and it's been 6 years since I walked away. If you're sending applications and going to interviews right now, please know this. Please know this. Your value has not changed just because the system did. When the doors stopped opening, I had to start building my own path. Now, it has not been easy, but creating my own brand has given me space to reset my nervous system, to do work that I'm passionate about, and actually feel joy again. So what I'm building now, it gives me something even more valuable. My peace.
So, if anything, Black women, don't y'all do Don't y'all march nowhere. If you gonna march anywhere, you march to the fridge, you march to the bed. Take your rest.
At first glance, you may not see a lot of similarity in both of these videos, but there's a glaring similarity to me. When he says,
I'm glad that y'all have me because I know I'm gonna be in the number of the fire. Okay.
What he's essentially saying is, thank you for purchasing my records and supporting my career, and I'm going to support you with these words. And on the other end, you see this video, which is essentially an advertisement for her business. She begins speaking about the difficulty of getting a job and all kinds of things, but at the end, it's, all right, now buy something from me. It's essentially a sisterhood that is not really there for support. It's kind of a, I'm here to get something out of this.
Nah, y'all can keep it, honey. I got PTSD from my high school days, how y'all treated me and y'all sisterhood. I gotta be real, some of the most mean and vicious women I have ever met in my life was black women that said, we're part of this sisterhood. Then we'll turn around and sleep with their sister husband and laugh about it with the other sisters. Bye. Y'all ain't gotta never accept me. I ain't never felt so free.
Speaking of hood,
Come to Daytona and you see this bullshit like that, bro. What the f you running from, bro? Like, oh my
God. Daytona Beach Spring Break is the ghettoest, trashiest that I have ever witnessed. I don't know where the these people came from, but they need to go back. I work at a business on Beachside, and so seasonal. I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait for spring break. I can't wait for a bike week. Go the
language disclaimer, sorry about that. This is a woman that works in Daytona Beach, and she's talking about how she's frustrated with the behavior of the people there, but she makes a distinction. Listen carefully.
Spring break, I can't wait for a bike week. Go the home. Y'all are literally the worst of the worst people to come and visit another city. You disrespectful, ungrateful, nasty pieces of shit. Like dead ass. Go look up the Daytona Beach Spring Break 2026 videos. Well. The nasty as f. At least the guys are like sweet and respectful and have like a fun demeanor about them. The are just nasty, pissing in the back of my store with their vaginas smelling like fish. Literally, my whole back of my restaurant smelled like pussy because these bitches are fucked. I made my initial video after a 14-hour shift in the heat of the moment. After 14 hours of dealing with these teens, the disrespect, the entitlement, the ungratefulness, the toilet clogging, the no tipping, the illegal parking, the being trigger happy with the victim mentality, my nerves were shot.
Sadly to say, there's more.
My nerves were shot by the end of the night, and it was day two. And it just blows me away. Oh, and they stole out of our tip bucket. So my employees got no tips for the night. Managers keep credit card tips, right? We were tipped like $6. So I am just in shock at the behavior and the audacity to even talk. The disrespect is so insane, all right? Like this girl had to wait for her. I was like, my bad, we're kind of backed up right now. And she was like, is it time to put up the uniform? After this was like 13 hours, 12 hours into the shift, I wanted to lose it. And I looked at her and I said, I could refund your order right now and you can get the out of my store. She shut the up after that. But it's like the amount of disrespect. And then to come in after you get towed and be mad at me.
The toxicity almost unalived me. Since DEI initiatives were rolled back, since who got into office, let's just keep it real, hundreds of thousands of black women, over 600,000 of us have lost jobs. Many of us can't get hired. I'm one of them.
In this social media era, one of the unfortunate things about social media is that you really can't hide anything. And so when you hear the calls for DEI and young ladies saying, hey, where did it go? And who is the reason why we don't have it? There might be people watching this bad behavior on the spring break videos and saying, you know what? Good for them. I'm happy to see it. And instead of those pleas of sympathy being met with some kind of warmth or some kind of empathy, you're getting some schadenfreude. Like finally somebody's telling these young ladies that they need to behave differently. And of course we know it's unfair, but that behavior is out there for everyone to see. And it's a terrible look for the quote unquote sisterhood.
You make me very unhappy, Penny. And you know what happens to children that make their mamas unhappy.
Bitch, you dirty mother. She a dirty motherfucker to me, bitch. I can't stand her ass. I wish I would have got an abortion. don't give a fuck who say it's harsh. Nah, I wish I would got abortion. And if she died a day tomorrow, she going to hell.
I locked it. I knew that would be the first place you tried to hide.
I told her that too. You can't name one thing she did because she ain't. It's fake. And I realized when I said it the first time, I got the hammer, of course. And you think I give a fuck about getting a hammer? Bitch, I'm Tokyo. Anything I say in my mouth, I can back it up. Bam, bam, bam.
Please, Mama, I promise I won't be a bad girl anymore. Please.
She getting y'all. This witch is getting y'all. This demon is getting y'all. This demon that I birthed. Oh, I'm breaking it down today. She in trouble.
I think the tragedy of this modern quote-unquote sisterhood is that a lot of it begins with single mother homes where the mother might be in a situation where she's not doing what's best for the kids. And the kid has no choice but to adapt to something that's just, again, toxic. And that toxic becomes normal. And then you take that toxic normal out into a world where there's simply no more sympathy or empathy for it. People are tired of it. And when you bring up things like we're oppressed and DEI, that time has passed. And people don't have any patience for your argument. In fact, you're starting to see more and more young ladies start to cry out for the system, order, and structure, the quote-unquote patriarchy that's not there, because when there's no provision, there's no protection, there's no guy that's waiting for you at home to make sure things are okay when you got laid off, you only can rely on a sisterhood. And the sisterhood is asking for basically patriarchy. They're just not calling it that.
A lot of women are upholding the patriarchy these days, whether they think so or not, especially the ones who say they want protector-provider men. Because all a patriarchy is a system where men hold majority positions of power, which often means they make more money. And although the girls don't want that in society, right? They're like, I want to be equal to men, have the same money, opportunities, job, success. But in the dynamic of a relationship, that changes completely. They want a man who makes more than them. They want a man who pays for everything. They want a man who is assertive and is a leader and takes charge, so that way they can turn their brain off and just be a girl. That is a patriarchy, ma'am.
Do I want to be single? No. Do I want to be married? No. Do I want a part-time boyfriend who isn't seeing anybody else and only does things when I want to, but otherwise kind of leaves me alone and doesn't make a mess of my house? Yes.
You want a patriarchal relationship. And I don't even say that as a diss. Like, I don't think patriarchy is this big, bad boogeyman that the feminists are making it out to be.
We speak about a lot of different things in this particular space, but one thing that I'm a stickler on is that I think particularly for black women, I think feminism has really done an okie doke on black women, because at the end of all of this, if there's not a black man at home waiting to take care of you in your elder years, who is it going to be? Is it going to be the state? Is it going to be some other man? It might be for some young ladies, but in the aggregate, if you look back 2 or 3 generations, it was black men making sure that black women were retiring with a soft landing place. And essentially feminism, black feminism, told black women, you could do bad all by yourself, go do you, girl. And black men are still doing black men. And so if that means black men are going to go somewhere else and create a new kind of black patriarchy, if you will, so be it. But the fact remains, the sisterhood is going to continue lying to these young black women.
This nigga texted me the other night talking about, am I the only one you talking to? I was like, yeah. He sent me all these heart emojis all geeked up. I was like, the rest of my niggas sleep.
Date them all, sis. If a man got a problem with you keeping your options open, tell that man to close them. If that man don't want you mingling with other people, tell him to not have you out here single.
So I had somebody tell me that I should be dating them all. And while I agree, a lot of Christians were not taught how to date well. If you have discernment, you're not going to be dating them all.
Mama, please, I promise. Please.
You wanted a sign, here it is. Date them all, sis. He is not your man. Don't be faithful to a non-existent relationship. He's making you an option. He's outside. Date them all.
Right now I have 7 boyfriends. I don't know which one is my favorite. I don't know their names. But I have 7 boyfriends.
Date them all. The days and the times of women dating one option at a time are over.
A lot can be said about the goings on during the spring break weekend in Daytona Beach, but one thing we could say with virtual certainty, The overwhelming majority of the young people here were raised in single-parent homes and most likely by their mothers. And the reason why we can be so self-assured of this is because of one thing, the stats, but second, the behavior. If you are a young man and you've ever had your father come to the police station to pick you up, he wasn't very happy. And he wasn't crying and pleading for you to get out because you were oppressed. He took you home and there was some furniture moving. We'll put it that way. But what happens to a generation or several generations of young kids, and in this particular case, young girls raised by women? And not just women that will discipline the children or the girls, but instead women that will look at the system and say, the system is oppressing my baby. And my baby has every right to go into the world and do what she does and express herself the way she is because the world is oppressive by nature. Well, if the world doesn't have any more empathy for you and they don't feel any reason to have a sympathetic ear to your difficulty or your plight, then that world's going to turn very cold very quickly. And what can save you from that world? Well, it's not a sisterhood that lies to you and tells you what you want to hear and then turns around and sells you something, or turns around and thanks you for supporting them while they're taking on their own endeavors that don't include building a black family. Who does build black families? Black patriarchs. As we start to see more and more young ladies turn against the sisterhood and realize that the sisterhood is really only there to lie to them and to profit off of them, there's going to be a growing lament for the black men walking away and becoming patriarchs in other communities. For the few women that may watch this video, please understand that sisterhood will not save you. It will ask you for money. It will try to regulate your behavior. They might even try to steal your man, but they will not give you a soft landing. And they won't give you a soft life. Not like a black man will. And if you want a black man, I suggest you hurry, because the decent ones are getting on airplanes and finding wives in new places. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care, guys.